What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the FaceIt cast. We've been gone for I don't even know how many days. What, Friday? One day maybe. Not a long off period for me, I guess. But we're back, and honestly, I got some of the matches that I am most happy for or excited for. I mean, happening today. We got FaceIt Masters promotion relegation. And, as a manager and expert for a number of seasons, I know how much it means to a lot of these teams to even get this opportunity to, try and punch up, try and make their way into Masters. And I'm expecting some really, really good matches here. I mean, you guys saw in the preview. I mean, we're going to start with a Wink WAY2THANUS, and then we're going to get our way into Element Garden versus Team Missing immediately after this game ends. So, hopefully we got a double banger going on today. Also, the plan right now is to do fast track qualifiers after. I'm a big fan of fast track. I know a ton of people who play fast track. I really, really fuck with a lot of that stuff and a lot of the teams playing that. I think there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff to watch there as well. So we'll definitely be doing that afterwards. I'm also going to grab a beer because I just need to. I'm I need to. I decided to cast instead of going out to a bar for like 5 hours, which honestly, kind of happy I decided to cast anyway. It's not really like I gave up anything. I'd rather do this. So it was what it is. My friends didn't really care. But I am gonna make sure I am significantly messed up by the time they are back, so we can hang out together. So give me a second. Okay, all right, I'm back. All right, now let's take a look at the teams today. We're going to start off with Wink versus WAY2THANUS. Really, really interesting match ahead of us. I think we're going to see a clash of styles. Wink, I kind of know them as a dive team. I think they're a really, really elite dive team. What's up, Bunka And I think they're going to be kind of a test for WAY2THANUS to handle. They have a lot of great player quality on the team. Evie, obviously, very, very good at ball, does some of that educational content. I'm really a big fan of Nvidia on flex support, and then Migman on FDPS as well on the tracer. I think can get it done all night long. And let me speed run through these intros just because the match is starting soon. But yeah, this is a team I think we're going to see primarily a lot of ball, a lot of Winston, stuff like that from them. I think that's kind of where their comfort lies. Let me go ahead and change my Overwatch settings because I was just playing a game, so should be ready to go as long as the admins add me to the lobby correctly. But yeah, this is a team we should see a lot of dive from today. And then on the other side, it's gonna be WAY2THANUS, and this team we could see anything from. To be honest with you, Chain. I mean, you can play the brawl, you can play the dive, the hazard, the ram, also the roadhog. Lots of weird stuff. Performance, Unk, gonna be locking the legacy hit scan all night. KMJ on the Junkrat, and then backline Consequence Cameron. Very, very flexible. Can play basically anything in the game. I expect them to be a very, very strong team today. And I think they have a really, really good chance against this Wink team. I think this should be a really, really good game. I could really see any scoreline here. I'm not going to lie, but I think I'm going to rock with the expert boys tonight. 3-2 WAY2THANUS is my match put on the first match. I don't know if that's crazy to say. But that's kind of where I'm leaning to. I'm not going to lie. I don't know. But we're going to be starting in the match room. Wink going to have the first map pick, and they're going to take us to Oasis in Ban Away the May. And I think, obviously, pretty interesting choice. We usually see a lot of Lijiang Tower coming out from a lot of teams, so I'm happy we get to see something different. Oasis isn't picked very often, so I feel like if you're confident at it and you just want to play it and see what's up, like I think you really, really could. Because there's not a lot of teams that pick it, so if you master it, I think you can win the matchup a lot of the time, especially if you have the first map pick here. WAY2THANUS are going to have a counter ban though, and it is in the May ban. Also something to talk about. I think May, as the meta started to develop, has kind of become much more popular. 1 second, I see Albert in the chat. What's up, Albert? Oh, sorry, I was talking to someone. But yeah, the May becoming much more popular, so I kind of like the ban here. Protects the rest of your DPS picks as well, so Migman should be able to play Tracer if that's kind of what he's targeting. And then Natakata going to be free reign on hit scan for whichever ones they want to play this game as well. And then I think it's going to help enable Eevee on the ball if that's the direction they decide to go. We don't know what they're going to play here, but WAY2THANUS, they do have a counter ban. Although, oh wait, yeah, Kirito does play May. I'm not going to lie. Okay, I was about to say, I forgot we're talking about WAY2THANUS here, the team of, like, very small hero pools. So, had to make sure this ban actually mattered. I think it does. So, yeah, I'm gonna say W ban there. Move on with life, I guess. You know how it is. And we're going to get an invite to the match lobby. Second ban is in. It's going to be the Jetpack Cat coming in from WAY2THANUS. They don't want to mess with any of this Cat Bastion, and honestly, I don't blame them at all. Cat Bastion sucks. Everyone knows my opinions on Cat Bastion by now. We're not here for Cat Bastion. We're here for honest Overwatch. Also, I'm really excited to do the fast track quals. Those are honestly some of my favorite events like of an entire season. So really, really excited to get to do those later. Hopefully, if we have the time to hop in, or if I'm not too drunk. So we'll see what happens here. Kirito is going to be subbed in for the first map for WAY2THANUS. KMJ going to be on the bench. No subs for Wink. They have a pretty extensive bench, but I don't think they really play anyone. What's up, Play Toys? Thank you. Thank you. You're him. I appreciate it. But we're going to be going into this one. Let's see what the choices are for these teams. I feel like for Wink, it's got to be the ball. And Eevee hasn't hovered a character, but Narukato is hovering the on-run. So I think we're going to see a swap off of that. Chain, though, going over to the ball himself, potentially. Could be kind of an interesting pick here.
Okay.
But Eevee actually going to walk out on the Malga. And honestly, I probably should have known this. I've watched enough Wink play to know that Eevee has the Malga in her bag. So probably shouldn't be too surprised, but we'll see what happens. Also, drinking a Busch Light if anyone cares. We're going to get TP out. Bigman going over to the Reaper and Chain, about to figure out what he's working with here. He's going to scout this one out. Cass, Reaper, Malga. Honestly, is this warranted to go back to spawn and just swap piece? I kind of think it is, but Chain going to try and make it work anyway because Eevee off the high ground. Trying to set up here is Wink have all of this high ground control. It does allow the rest of WAY2THANUS to play towards this side of the point, though. Performance taking a lot of damage early, but we'll be able to stay alive here. Forcing out the Reaper of Bigman. Narukato going to get scouted on the high ground as well. And Performance going to capitalize on it, taking down the cast early. And in the backline, Eevee just has to get out. So many resources used by Wink, but honestly, WAY2THANUS don't have much staying power here as well. But with Eevee falling to Cameron, it looks like WAY2THANUS should be able to get this one over the line to win their first team fight of the series so far and find the early cap here. Eevee going to take the ball mirror here. I was kind of surprised she didn't walk out on the ball. I mean, it is Eevee after all. I know Eevee is just like an elite ball player, so. Happy to see she's going over to it here, and we're going to see a ball mirror. Chain is setting up, though. Cell phone parts starting to develop. Bigman on the Tracer now. Wink that kind of changed styles here. Better to swap earlier than later. Eevee starting to work the point, but Chain taking so much early damage. Eevee hit on the backline. Will not find anything thus far, but threatening the point cap. And Kirito starting to fall kind of low on the Pharah, but WAY2THANUS, they're holding strong for now. Narukato going to get slammed in Performance. Going to get killed by the cast player. Narukato going to open this fight up for Wink after a pretty long neutral here. And starting to flank and look for kills. Consequence needs to be careful on the Kirito. But Kirito's going to be the second to fall for WAY2THANUS. Chain on the point, going so low and going to die. And Consequence does the Kiri rush into this. I mean, I don't know. Oh, man. It looks like WAY2THANUS is just going to stagger out of this one. Pretty unfortunate circumstances. No, it's not a baffle. Not been on a baffle kick this release for whatever reason. Albert, I don't really know why. Wink, they're going to find a pretty crucial point flip here. No ults needed, which I think is going to be pretty crucial, but Eevee taking a lot of damage. Pulse on a Chain, though. Not going to find a kill, just a lot of damage with the ball. We'll be able to grab the Mega. Look for a reset here. WAY2THANUS still have a pretty hefty ult bank to work with, but Urgen's really coming out in this team fight from both teams. Pulse going to hit Narukato, so WAY2THANUS have opened up the fight with a kill, but you can see trades being looked for by the Wink backline. Filia will fall on Eevee very low. Cameron is able to survive. Performance needs to be careful on the point. They're trying to threaten for this flip, but Wink, they're holding on for now. Everyone is so low, though. Eevee on the ball, just going to get out. But somehow these touches are going to continue. And finally, WAY2THANUS are going to find the flip here. Trying to start looking to build some momentum. 60% and counting. Both teams kind of mirroring each other on percentage, but WAY2THANUS do have the advantage here. Wink, though, have the ult advantage. And Kirito going to start us off with the barrage, but it finds nothing. Narukato will die to Chain, though. Eevee gonna start forcing towards the point. Kirito needs to be very, very careful though. Devilia is going to fall, but Eevee finds a trade onto Cameron. And Wink, they have an end to this fight if they want to look for it here. I mean, lots of ults to use, but looks like they're just gonna regroup here. They do have time for one last clean fight with their ult economy where it's at. I think they should have a pretty good time trying to win it out. Pulse from Mikman gonna go wide. Eevee actually grouped everyone away from it. Now Mine's out as Chain, just going to tank them and dies. Oh my god. Ball player taking so much damage, and Wink should be good for this flip here. I mean, it's going to take pretty much a miracle from the WAY2THANUS squishies. It looks like they're just going to play for another team fight. They're slowly coming back up on their ult economy. And just the Mines and Pulse used from Wink in the previous fight, still big ults online. Especially the Curie Rush here. Consequence going to need to take the time to build to his. Should have more ults in the mid-phase performance. Trying to stay alive here. Eevee doing a nice job disrupting this rotate, not letting this Tracer get set up. Devilia has the Curie Rush. Consequence has his built up to as well. Here's they're going to fall solo. Consequence Curie Rush on point. Performance is dead. Chain dropping the Mines in the backline. Doesn't look like he's able to find anything, but Eevee is so low, and they're going to find the trade. So 4v4 now. 99-99 overtime. Winner takes the first point. Chain, though, going so low, and Kirito going to get this wing ult, but not going to find anything. The Pharah going to force the positioning of the Wink backline, and WAY2THANUS trying to threaten this flip. Mikman tapping the point, trying to keep it in Wink control, but Saint has the beat available. Wink going to start looking to push with it, but WAY2THANUS, they've kited really nicely. Kirito, though, going to fall. Cameron falls. Chain finds a trade on a Nadokado. 4v3 in Wink's favor. WAY2THANUS, they need more trades in this. Doing a nice job holding on to the point for now, but performance so low. Mikman going to die. Now a 3v3. Respawns coming in for both teams as well, trying to make their way back over. WAY2THANUS should be 5 way before Wink, and Saint on the point taking so much damage. Chain finds the kill, but Consequence falls, and a C9 from the rest of Wink. And WAY2THANUS gonna win point 1 here on Lijiang Tower. What's up, C-Roy? Long time no see, brother. What's up, Ziska? And a really strong start from WAY2THANUS, man. I mean, holy cow. They want this master spot bad. And honestly, I can't blame them.
What are you willing to lose?
Oh, Farah-chan, I've never lost.
And Chain is going over to the Roadhog. Performs the cast, and oh my god, bro. I mean, sure, I guess. I think they looked really good on the ball last round, though. I mean, they don't know that Wink is still going to stick the ball, so I understand the swaps, but I mean, I have to wonder. Chain might just go back to spawn if they lose first fight. Swap back to the ball here and just take the mirror once again. Performance on the cast as well, so no more double flex. Chain just going to start wrapping here. Taking lots of control. Wink going to take towards the edges here, maybe trying to develop angles to kind of poke WAY2THANUS when they drop to try and cap the point, but the staying power of Chain is going to be pretty impactful. But Eevee looking for a nice hit into the backline. Going to get dissuaded by performance. Nadokado going to find the follow-up, though. Kirito finds the trade, so 4v4. The early point cap goes WAY2THANUS' way. Chain cleaning up Mikman should probably wrap this one up unless a miracle trade comes in for Wink. No ammo for the Hog to work with here as Eevee trying to find trades, but Cameron cleaning up Saint. Maybe I was too early to doubt the Roadhog. Chain making it work. WAY2THANUS finding early control of the second point here, trying to end this one 2-0. Eevee looking for a hit here on the ball. Just gonna roll through Mikman over to the Echo as well. Eevee going back to the high ground here, looking for value, but Chain is just hooking this ball every team fight. Mikman does find Kirito, so an opportunity for Wink to break into this one. Mikman still working the coast, but Chain finds a trade onto Saint. Devilia falls, but Consequence goes down, so now a 3v3, and Mikman trying to find a trade onto Performance, but the stag with the Lucio is so good for WAY2THANUS. You can see Mikman is so low, but Performance will fall. Chain, though, still on the point here, dishing out damage and using the Hoggle. Eevee falls, and this fight is scrappy, man. Chain Looks like gonna secure this one. With EV gone, it's really, really hard for Wink to get back into this, and Kirito just gonna push Navilia out of Hookah. But Migman working towards the coast once again, trying to find Kirito, and he's going to fall as Migman gets traded. So once again, a 4v4 breaking out here. EV going to use the minefields on the point, looking for Chain, forcing the Roadhog off, and he's so low. Wink really threatening for this flip here. It looks like WAY2THANUS not going to decide to touch, and I think it is the right decision. They're gonna have to find some way to win this as Consequence uses the Q rush on the point, and Chain's hook finds Saint. High noon from performance, trying to secure this one. Chain's still cleaning up on the point. 2 for the Roadhog. Can he make it more? And Wink going to buy time for one last team fight. They have lots of ults in the bank. Saint coming up on the beat to make it 4, walking into the beat barrage of WAY2THANUS. They just really need to get these touches off. Evie over to the Orisa as well. It's like going to be the one who forces the touch here. We're going to get pulled into Hookah by Chain. Nadokado overclock looking for damage. Finding pretty significant amounts on the backline, but the beat from Cameron going to keep performance alive as Kirito cleans up Migman. Saint still needs to build towards this ult. Navilia's going to die to the barrage. Migman dies with the dupe, and the hook from Chain is too good. It's just Eevee left on the point. And WAY2THANUS with a perfect game plan going into map 1. Going to find a crisp 2-0 to start off the series here and search for their master's slot. Go ahead and update the scoreboard. Yeah, Kirito, I mean, is Vaughn on Pharah. KMJ hasn't even come into the series yet. I'm curious to see where Wink wants to go to try and adjust here. And they're going to have a second map pick, and it's going to be Numbani for map 2. See what they can try and get out of this. They're going to ban Pharah, so it looks like they're just sick of Kirito. And honestly, like, I can't blame them. Kirito is doing the Lord's work that map on the Pharah. And WAY2THANUS, they're going to have a counter ban here. I would assume KMJ is coming in unless they want to play some May shenanigans with Kirito. I mean, obviously you can play the Echo as well, but I think this is a map that Junkrat can cook on a little bit. I don't really have anything to back that up. I'm not really the Junkrat connoisseur or anything, but I just kind of feel like in my head it makes sense that KMJ could kind of farm. I don't know if that's crazy or what, but that's just kind of what I'm thinking here. We're just gonna have to see what happens. Ban is in from WAY2THANUS, and I love the quick bans, man. Like, let's keep this going all day. Don't want to sit and wait for everyone to make their decisions. It's the Ana ban coming in from WAY2THANUS in response to the Pharah ban. And Kirito is staying in for this map. It could definitely just be the Echo here. I mean, I had some belief in the KMJ silly, but Kirito obviously very, very wide hero pool and very, very good at what he does. So we'll just have to wait and see what they decide to play here. Chain could very well be on the Roadhog, especially with an Ana ban coming out, right? I feel like that kind of hints to just a Roadhog from Chain. He loves to play it when he can, and I think this might as well be the go opportunity for it. You have to think Wink are expecting it, though. We'll have to see what the decision is. Chain actually coming out on the Malga. So I've kind of whiffed once again, bro. I guess I don't know any of these teams at all. Kind of sad. Eevee hovering the Malga as well, and I was talking to somebody. I forget who it was. I think it might have been Dex, and I was like, he was like, it's funny that the dive map has become the Malga map, and I was like, every map's become the Malga map, man. Like, every map's a Malga map. We need to do something about this character. It's ridiculous. But anyways, we're going to see Amalgamir here. It is much more fun to watch than it was on release, so I guess I can't be too mad. Cat Bastion coming out from Wink as well. I forgot that they kind of want to play it here, and the Protect ban with the Pharah does allow them to play the Bastion. So expect Nadokado to kind of be wheeled around the map by Saint here. And I mean, with the open air and corners of Numbani, you have to think the Cat Bastion is pretty strong here, right? See Nadokado working from the coast here, waiting for his team to get set up to look for a hit. But Cameron is scouting this out here, trying to put the cat out before the rotation. I like the idea, but Nadokado going to make it here anyway, and Chain is just taking so much damage as Migman Gonna angle max with the Bastion to find the kill. And with Chain gone, I think the rest of WAY2THANUS might just crumble here. I mean, Cameron is one. Consequence trying to keep the Illari alive, but all going to fall to Nadokado nonetheless. Wink should be able to get this one to 100% pretty quickly here. 5 minutes, 40 seconds to work with on the second point. WAY2THANUS, they're going to need to get some significant time loss here. With the way the ult economy is starting to snowball for Wink, it might be very, very difficult to do that. You're going to leave Saint on the card as Eevee. We're going to play forward here, just looking to build ults in the neutral. Kirito quickly coming up on a dupe though, so that could be an in for WAY2THANUS if you find a fight win, but Navilia is very, very quick to a Curie Rush as well. It's going to be very, very hard for WAY2THANUS to shoot through. Saint almost has the cat ult. Bateman gonna have the Wraith forced out, taking an early turn on the Reaper, but Cart continuing to move here for Wink. See how they want to set up, but Bateman is going to die to Kirito early. No ults needed so far for WAY2THANUS, going to use the dupe. Looking for Eevee on the Malga. The Cage is going to secure this fight for WAY2THANUS. Signs of life. And they're going to play potentially this corner here as Kirito just looking for more follow-up with the dupe. And a nice fight win for WAY2THANUS. I think that's going to help stabilize their ult economy. Performance up to the high noon. Consequence catching up on the Curie Rush chain. Matching the Cage as well. I really, really like that they've managed to win that fight outright. Gives them a better chance of securing the second point hold for a pretty significant amount of time that we're going to need. But Chain is going to get forced out pretty early once again, and Eevee is just going to run this one down at the Malga. Consequence is going to fall. This Curie Rush doing a lot, doesn't find anything for performance this high noon, and Wink are going to continue to march forward here. Looking for staggers, and Eevee is going to crunch Cameron. Chain trying to stay alive, but going to fall as well, and big staggers for Wink. WAY2THANUS are going to group for one last touch here. They did get out the Curie Rush in the last fight, but Wink, they're coming up on everything else for the side of WAY2THANUS, missing both DPS ults, but will have Cage and Rush at the start of the next fight. Curie Rush and Cage are out from WAY2THANUS. Chain using the Cage, looking for Bateman, and the Reaper's going to get chewed through even in the Blossom. Chain looking for more kills. Spectate the wrong Amalga player, and Cameron going to find two with the Mizuki, and WAY2THANUS once again going to find a pretty crucial team fight hold. Looking to hold this corner once again. With the Mizuki ult in the bank, Kirito coming up on another dupe, but for Wink, it's only going to be the Bastion ult. Lots of progress to do to get to the other ults here, so they're going to have to find a way to win a team fight in neutral. Consequence. And Nadokado is going to fly in here. Kirito falls with the dupe available. Big mistake from the Echo player. Chain trying to trade onto Nadokado. Going to force out the Bastion ult. We'll see what Nadokado wants to do with this. Not going to find anything. WAY2THANUS trying to wait for their dupe to get back. We still have no ults. They're coming up on the Curie Rush, but don't have it quite yet. And Kirito going to get the Malga dupe off. Just going to crunch Eevee again. Malga taking so much punishment for performance. His flank isn't going to find anything as Big Man cleans up two in the back line. Looking to find a way to secure this fight. Chain almost has his own Cage if he wants to use it here. Honestly, I think he might be interested in investing. Even 3v5. Respawns are close, but Chain is going to blow up before the Cage can get off. And respawns from WAY2THANUS not close enough as Wink are going to play third. Their ult economy is really starting to snowball here. They're going to have a lot for the next fight. Kirito and Cameron both threw ults into the previous one.
Restoring balance.
Really just poking on the corner here. Keeping Eevee healthy. They're going to have the Curie Rush to start this off. Consequence has his to match. Performance up to another high noon. Chain the Cage, but 5 ults available here from Wink, basically. I mean, this one could get gross fast. And Consequence is going to start off with the Curie Rush, but really, really nice bait from Wink. Needing to make sure that no one dies. It looks like they're all out for now. Nadokado, though, needs to be careful. I mean, they're playing pretty aggressive on these Cat Bastion turns when the rest of the team has fully decommitted here, but everyone's going to be able to stay alive. Now they're going to look for a hit with their own Curie Rush here in Navilia. Going to make sure it gets deep enough to find value, but Chain's stuck in the Cage. Performance is high noon. Needs a lot, but he finds nothing. Chain's gone and performance falls. In Wink, they're trying to secure this one. Kirito will fall. It's just Consequence left. Has to TP back into spawn to survive here. Also probably has to touch, but Looks like going to achieve neither here. And Wink, they're going to cap with a 2-minute, 30-second time bank. And a pretty quick speed run of the first round of New Body. I'm not going to lie to you. We'll have to see if WAY2THANUS can help to match this on their own offense as I go out the wrong way of the spawn room. Holy burger. I'm curious to see what they decide to do. I wonder if there's going to be any comp adjustments. I don't know if they can play anything else, though. Just into Malga Cat Bastion, that comp is so oppressive. And on Chain's Hero Pool, I mean, I don't think he plays the D.Va very often. I'd be kind of surprised if he busted it out. So this could get gross kind of fast. We'll just have to see what happens. Looks like Chain just going to keep it on the Malga. They're going to mirror the Cat Bastion now. I'm sure this is not what WAY2THANUS wants to do, but I guess they feel like they're forced to do it here. Also monitoring my bandwidth, as always, because, you know, for those of you who are normal viewers, we always have bandwidth random problems. And it is, like, okay right now, but it is also, like, I mean, I don't know. Chain on the Malga. Taking a lot of damage early here, Eevee holding pretty aggressively. WAY2THANUS, they're going to get just a little bit of early space, but I mean, Wink, they don't even really want to play for it too aggressively here. Chain looking for a hit with his Cat Bastion turn, but performance is so low. Navilia will fall to Kirito anyway. And Echo just doing so much as Nadokado does find a trade out at the end of this fight. Now both Bastions in the air. Performance is just so low though, just gets absolutely melted. Chain on the point. Probably the next to fall here for WAY2THANUS. Looks like he will indeed fall here. Zwink. So they're going to withstand the storm of the first team fight here. Nadokado really cleaning up on the Bastion. The hold starting out well. WAY2THANUS, though, didn't lose everything in that team fight. They did get a tick, so I guess they're going to have that to work with here. Going to make it pretty hard for Wink to recontest if there is a pseudo fight loss, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I'm curious to see when WAY2THANUS want to make their move here. Performance in the Bastion form, looking for Nadokado. Performance just taking way more damage, man. Holy cow. They're getting wheeled back towards main. To be very precise in how they want to do this here. This New Body first point is so oppressive for the attackers. You see Chain trying to make his way onto the point, but Migman is here just marking out the Malga. The Hirosh out from Consequence. Link have ults, and now they're going to start looking to match here. Second take is acquired as Eevee does walk back onto the point. Both cages come out, and Migman taking so much damage, just trying to burn through Chain, but the Malga staying healthy for WAY2THANUS thus far. The Reaper ult looking for value as Eevee falls. 4v4 on the point. Kirito really starting to work from the off angle here and looking for this Reaper really hardcore, but Chain's going to fall, losing the war of attrition. Nadokado going to get traded out by the Echo, but WAY2THANUS just don't have the staying power to continue to commit to this team fight. I mean, Performance going to look for some damage, but that's going to be about all he can find. And Wink, once again, going to hang on to their defense. And WAY2THANUS, they dropped every ult. I didn't even realize it. Wink did as well, but it's going to be so hard for the attacking team to get into this. No ults available. Performance still getting wheeled around here, but Chain is just so low in the back line. He's looking for a re-hit here, trying to get back to the point, but Consequence is going to get cleaned up. Navilia is traded, so neither team has a Kiriko. Eevee looking to clean up Performance and will be able to, and all of WAY2THANUS once again are just going to fall here. I mean, Kirito finds a nice trade out the door, but that's about all that's going to amount to, and they know Cameron is lurking out here on the cat, but I mean, I imagine Cameron should be able to survive, right? Actually, maybe looking for follow-up here. Just going to pick up Performance, and they got the point. Wait, what? Wait, what? I didn't, wait. I didn't even realize they got the point. Wait, what? I mean, I guess. And Wink, I guess they have to play second. Oh my god, I didn't even realize it, bro. I was so invested in the team fight. This C9. I mean, okay. Now I guess WAY2THANUS for life here. I mean, they're going to pull the dupe into this. Kirito to build up to a cage here. We'll see what he can do with the dupe Malga cage. But I imagine he's just going to end if he looks to use it too aggressively here. But if he's going to give him an opportunity, he will not be able to find anything. I mean, I guess I just don't know sometimes, man. Sega looking for value. Chain using the cage on the point here as Kirosh is out from Navilia and Migman's Reaper roll. Looking for value here as Kane drops the cage, just trying to stay alive. Kirito will fall regardless. Consequence grabs the Mega, trying to make it out here for WAY2THANUS, and Wink gonna continue to hold this Umbani defense. Despite the C9, they've been looking really, really good on this map, so WAY2THANUS definitely have their work cut out for them here on the attack. The cage out from Eevee. Going to find Chain here. Narukado's Bastional. They're looking for value, and neither Bastional really finds anything here. Eevee just looks for a disengage. Eevee just going to fight on the point, but the Kirish is out from Consequence. Kirito, though, is going to fall. Saints Cat ult trying to pull someone in, but isn't going to find anything. And WAY2THANUS, they're going to win a team fight here. They're 4v3 technically right now, but it looks like Wink just disengaging, waiting for their team. You see Eevee running back towards spawn, going to play for one last team fight. Chain building up to a cage, but nothing readily available for WAY2THANUS, and really nothing available for Wink at all. They're closest to their Kirish, but still 40% to build to it. Narucado in the air, looking to trade onto Performance, but Narucado is so low, and Performance finds the kill here. Bit of a Cat Bastion diff in the skies. And it looks like the rest of Wing is just so low here. I mean, WAY2THANUS should clean this up with relative ease. Consequence. Clean up Migman. Kirish from Navilia finds absolutely nothing. I mean, Wink probably wanted to keep that one. And WAY2THANUS, they're going to get to play third. And their ult bank looks really, really good for it. Everything but the Kiri Rush, with Navilia throwing it into the last fight for Wink. Not going to have it for the upcoming one. The Malga dupe going to be found, but this Bastion duel in the air is we're gravitating here to using the cage, and Eevee's going to fall. Well, WAY2THANUS get this one to the end, and we're going to get Umbani in overtime. I mean, they're dropping some ults into this. Performance using the Bastion ult. So they're like really able to find anything. Insane just going to go back to spawn. Wink playing for the last team fight here, and they have quite the opening. Also, I'm going to take off my hoodie real quick. Chain trying to work on the point, dropping the cage, looking for Saint. This Cat going to fall for Wink. Migman, though, using the Reaper ult, going to clean up so much here. 3K for the Reaper. Everyone on WAY2THANUS falls, and Wink looking to try and hold this one.
What's up?
40 seconds remain here. I mean, it's very likely WAY2THANUS won't even get to play in overtime here if they do manage to cap. Just going to play for a draw, potentially. Migman lurking on the high ground. Consequence using the Kirish on the point, but Performance falls early to Narucado, getting the better of the Bastion duel. Cameron, though, does find a trade in the sky, so neither team has a Bastion. Respawns do favor Wink here. WAY2THANUS, they probably need to win this one pretty quickly here. Not building towards any ults, and Navilia quickly coming up on a Kirish. I think Wink should be able to hold here. The Kirish is out. Eevee going to walk forward here. Malga taking a ton of damage. Nice Suzu from Navilia to keep everyone alive. Migman on the Reaper, just trying to pump damage into Chain. Chain doing everything he can to put out damage and stay alive, but going to fall. As Kirito's dupe finds absolutely nothing. The WAY2THANUS going to get held on the third point here. And Wink going to win map 2. Also, I'm going to go over to my hotspot. So give me a second.
Play of the game.
And I'm going to swap to my hotspot real quick while I can. So, give me a second here. You're gonna see the stream disconnect. But you know, it's part of the fun, I guess. So, see what happens. I am monitoring. WAY2THANUS get a map pick. I would be surprised if it's not Watchpoint Gibraltar. Those of you who are WAY2THANUS heads already know. That is WAY2THANUS stronghold #1. I'm gonna connect to my iPhone. And hopefully the stream comes back up. My delay is just a little bit higher, so, you know, whatever, I guess. But the hotspot will provide stable internet. WAY2THANUS, they're going to choose Atlas for map 3, which I do think is a more interesting decision. And the bandwidth looks to be much better on the hotspot. You know how it is, so. Hopefully that gets going. Sorry, I'm not super active in the pre. I'm trying to fix the stream or like between maps, I guess. Trying to make sure everything looks good from my end. The bandwidth is stabilized pretty hard, so you know that's always awesome and nice. But hopefully it's good. I can't really tell on mine, so. Going to get a lobby invite though, and Malgut Cassidy going to get banned here. On map 3. I'm trying to see if the stream's okay. Holy cow. It looks good on my end. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I can't really tell, to be honest. We're going to be getting into this one. Let me go ahead and set the overlays. I can only imagine who is banning what. I'm not gonna lie. So, just gonna lock this one in. I should really start with the hotspot on in these streams, right? Holy cow. But hey, I haven't dropped a frame yet, so you know that's always awesome. We're going to be getting into the map here. Holy cow, I cannot tell what is happening. Someone in Twitch chat talk to me, but
4, 3, 2, 1.
see what happens. They're going to start off Eevee on the Orisa. They've been going over to the Reaper.
Attack the objective.
Here. Chain on the hazard as well. See how he likes playing this one here. Performance going to clean up Mickman early.
Unlocks in 10 seconds.
performance is actually going to die here as we look to get back into this one. I really cannot tell what is happening in my stream. Looking for follow-up. This Hazard takes too much damage, and they have early control of the point, so we continue to keep this one going. This chain does fall here. I mean, this bash in Arisa is just so oppressive. Chain matching the Arisa here. Looking for kills. Kirito gets speared out of Barrage. What a play from Eevee. Holy cow. Chain at the bottom just going to fall here and wink. Looks like they're going to secure the first flashpoint. Where is my mod when I need my mod? Okay, I'm just gonna assume it's okay, and then my side is bugging. I'm on 2-minute delay. I'm actually 2-minute plus now, but just let me know. Okay, stream is fine. Sweet. You see comms, Coachiners. Comms. But Kirito's gonna fall early here. Consequence throws the Curie Rush in. And B comes out from Saint and Cameron here. Special from Nautica looking for value, and Saint's going to fall with the trades, all coming back in Wink's favor here. WAY2THANUS once again going to get dissuaded here on this flashpoint. Alright, that should be the end of my internet chronicles. Sorry for the commentary. Sometimes that's just how it is, and now I gotta go clean up performance here. And Wink, I mean, they just look so good. I don't know what else to say. No generational glaze or anything, but they're just kind of frying through WAY2THANUS right now. Kirito going to trade at Mickman, though. Wink down a player. TV looks for the Arisa ult. All the follow-up is coming in here. Nautica on the Bastion. Looking for damage as Cameron gets cleaned up by Eevee, and we continue to hold on to the second flashpoint here, trying to go up 2-0 on map 3. Shane swinging from this side. Needs to find a way into this one. Consequence over to the Juno, but we probably already saw that. That's been locked in. This Bigman's Pulse Bomb does find performance, so WAY2THANUS once again going to be down a player. Nautica just cleans up Kirito. Chain on the point. So much to do using the Arisa ult. Cameron does find a trade on the same, but Chain in consequence, the only players left from WAY2THANUS, and both will fall. This Wink, they continue their march of dominance here on map 3, going up 2-0. Really worked up to a Curie Rush. Lots of ults available here for WAY2THANUS to work with. Everything but the Arisa ult. Nautica looking for a kill in the sky, and Kirito is going to fall. Cameron going to die again, and Wink, man, I don't know if they've lost a team fight yet. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, they're straight moving on this map. They're going to get this early point cap on point 3. Looking to close this one out pretty quickly. Gato has the Bastion ult available. Lots of ults available for both teams for this next fight. It can get messy really, really quickly. Kirito, I mean, you see, has the Barrage here. If you just solo Barrage, but it's going to be the Curie Rush and the Juno Ray starting us off from both teams with the Flex support ults being used here. Mickman's Pulse Bomb going to clean up Cameron. You see Kirito with the Barrage here lurking on the flank, going to kill Nautica. So nice trade found. Neither team up a pick in this fight. 4v4, Nvilia dropping really, really low as performance dies to Mickman. But Nvilia will get traded as B comes out from Satan. Wink, they have control of the point this entire time. Kirito in the air, I mean, has the barrage still available, but going to die to Nadokado anyway. And Eevee is really, really low, but Rooster doing everything she can to survive. Does eventually fall to Chain, and it looks like WAY2THANUS are going to secure a fight win here. I mean, they've done all the work needed. And maybe a sign of life in this map. They're going to have quite the comeback to mount if they're going to want to find their way into this one. Chain, going to use the spear here early. Dennis, they know they have the barrage, but they're going to have to find some way to get value out of it. Mickman has another pulse bomb, and he's been lethal with these thus far. We'll see if he can continue that. Pulse bomb going to go wide on to Consequence. And Kirito's going to get speared out of barrage again. And Chain falls. Wink. They're looking to secure the third point here on Atlas. With performance and consequence, the only ones left. I mean, Wink, they're just going to dominate map 3. And we will be moving on to a map 4 here. Wink on match point to retain their master slot. I'm sorry, I need to catch up a little bit of broad work as well. Let me lock in now. I always get flustered when the tech issues start up, so sorry about that. But we're locked in now. You know how it is. And Wink, they're locked in too. I mean, look at this. What? Nadokado might have a cheat installed, dude. Holy cow. I'm just kidding. I would never joke about that. Also, my mic audio is just like weird. I think I just need to hold it closer to my mouth, to be honest. Inui, welcome to the stream, by the way. But yeah, I just cannot pull the stream up on my end on my PC, but it pulls up on my mobile fine, so I don't really know what's happening. But we're going to get to see a fourth point. Or a fourth map. And WAY2THANUS, I think they choose something. And I mean, they're going to go Rialto for their Esco perk. Is Watchpoint not in the pool anymore? This is the new pool, actually, isn't it? Wow, I'm not on ball, I guess. That is on me. And I mean, Rialto, it's a good pick. I'm curious to see. They're going to keep running Kirito this entire series. They're going to swap to someone else. They have a ban as well. I want to know what they're going to use that on. I don't know if there's anything really pressing that they want to take away that they don't really play themselves. So we'll just have to wait and see what they kind of decide to do here. And they're still really thinking about this ban. I mean, they're basically letting the timer run all the way out. I'm curious to see what they decide to take away here. Wait, my internet may be suffering a little bit here. I cannot load the FaceIt page. It logged me out on FaceIt. And I mean, we just have 21 seconds left, I guess. I mean, I guess I can log back in. I don't really know why it logged me out, but sure, I guess. Let's take a look and see what their first ban is. I'm curious. I really am. I don't know what they take away here, to be honest with you. I mean, you can take away potentially Bastion, but I don't know if that'll serve you much good. On Rialto, definitely neuter the Cat Bastion. I think that might be the home run slam pick here. And my FaceIt account will just not load at a solid rate right now. Holy cow. My browser is dying or something. That might actually be why my thing's lagging. It could just be my browser dying, but you know. Whatever. And it's going to be the Bastion ban coming out. What is up, Mr. Amigote? The stream looks good, right? I'm not tripping balls. Like, it will just not load from my end, so I cannot tell if it's bad or not. You know what I mean? Wait 1 second. I need to switch. I need to fix your audio real quick. All right, speak again.
Hello?
All right, Amigo's here. Let's go! Yippee!
My bad. I just got home. We will be taking care of this, though. I mean, as I was trying to say, Wake had a very convincing last map there. I think, as we saw so far in the series, though, WAY2THANUS has been putting up a fight. That last map was not really theirs. They were able to stabilize at that last third point, but was not enough. So we're going into this map here. What are the bans?
It's gonna be Bastion from WAY2THANUS, and I have not yet sniped the other.
I mean,
bans.
Nadokado had a phenomenal
It's
play on,
Diva
Bastion
from
right there.
Wink.
Well, I think we might see like a Sig low key. I could see an argument for that. Maybe just a ground tank like or maybe Chain on Winston. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it could be
Evie
Chain
on the
Winston.
Malga though.
I mean, Chain is so good at so many things, right? I mean, the big thing is the Cat Bastion's gone this map because they have not looked good against the Cat Bastion this series. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's been mostly rough to work with and rough to watch at times.
Some say, me being some, that comp is evil. But that being said, regardless of how evil it is, you need to find a way to play around it, right? You will have they banned the Cat or the Bastion so far? Like, how many of those bans have they taken?
I've only used one on map 1. Go figure, right?
Okay, so yeah, so there will be no more bans for them of Cat Bastion through the rest of the series. But if they will need to take this map, right? And if we go to a 5th, has a push been used or no? Sorry, my apologies.
No, it will be a map 5 push if we get there.
There you go. We might see Runasabi, which is commonly known for Cat Bastion. So really interesting, but more than anything, get the focus about the map in front of you right now. Eevee on the on the Malga, really good shout. I think it obviously plays good into the Winston, but there is still ways to play with your bubble to really get some advantages here. I mean, it is an evil comp that's coming up from Wink though. Both Freya, there's a lot of things that have answers to the Winston. The more you look at it. But these bubbles have to go crazy.
Yeah, I'm happy to see the Freya coming out a lot more here. I mean, it is kind of like a Winston counter pick, right? I mean, it really does hurt the Winston, but I mean, it has a character that you don't see much play on, I feel like, nowadays, so I'm happy to see Nadokado whipping it out here. Cameron, does he know?
But look at how...
The Nadokado's walking up here? No! The Alari gets blindsided.
That's a ridiculous amount of match plays taken there. X traded, though. Kirito does die. Performance. Can we see an absolute monster of a performance on the Widow? Pun fully intended, and yes, it sucked. Next.
It's like I'm moving my channel back up. But yeah, I mean, performance gonna have to have a generation performance on the Widow, but when you play the Widow, you're missing out on a lot of damage on the Malga, right?
Yeah, which I mean, they can get maybe they can get a headshot like that and start scaring the Malga, but it's just really about trying to get this fix in the neutral, which if they don't happen though, your comp really suffers a lot.
No one can hide from my sight.
Yeah, and those
And we're
sights
see the
are
fight
out
getting
here.
Yeah, and now it's trying to get maybe some intel onto Mickman on that left side there, trying to get a pick onto that. But if you don't, you really can't force hard as much as you'd like to. Chain exploded. I'm really curious. This might be a crazy. I have a feeling maybe Chain could get a Sigma. Oh!
Performance! Finds the kill on the Widow, but I mean, it's gonna get over the line here for Wink regardless.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you might be able to fool me. Not performance twice, though. There is a headshot. I'm curious if they will stay to it. Chain over to the other side. I like this a lot. I thought we could maybe see a Sigma, but I think we should see something that gives you a bit better point presence. And with Spear as well, you can kind of mess with the Reaper plays and all that stuff. Right? And even take a high ground like this.
Also, Nogfriend, please do not do that. Please don't do that. I'm a big, don't ruin the fast track quals kind of guy, if you know what I mean. You guys would obviously qualify.
We had that trauma in
we don't need that in fast track. But you see, wait, Nadokado was in the backline here on the Freya. I mean, looking for performance, is it gonna find the kill? Nadokado was just flanking, but Cameron's Alariel gonna do just as much, if not more, for WAY2THANUS here.
I think it will be more here, but careful. Is Nadokado the sneakiest for him?
Oh my god, wait, Nadokado is kind of farming on Freya right now. I mean, Chain's gonna find the trade, but I mean, damage done there for Nadokado.
But it'll be Eevee just on point. Eevee will probably just die there. Yeah, but Nadokado, sneakiest Freya I have ever seen. They cannot figure out where it is, but also massive play coming up from Cameron. Cameron obviously very, very comfortable on the Alari, and we are seeing that in droves. I think since they've swapped to the Orisa comp performance, also going over to the Ashe, I think this is going to be a lot better of a look for them. Unfortunately, when it comes to the bottom line with the comp that they had, either it was you get the headshots from performance, or you could just never really hold part with the Winston, right? So this gives them a lot more options.
Oh yeah, and Eevee trying to force the high ground here.
Five ultimates from the side of Wink.
Mickman is 1 HP. They have to be careful about how they walk this down. Eevee actually
Kirito
gonna
might
drop
use
the point
barrage
here.
to
The
break
cage
cage.
is out, but Kirito just gonna barrage the cage.
There
Trades
he's
are in.
dead.
They're all in Wing's favor here. Migman gonna throw the Reaper ult in for good measure. His chain just gonna die on the
Naruto
point.
lives.
Looking for a trade, and the Orisa falls. It's just Cameron left. Migman gonna clean this up
Oh
with a
my
nice
God.
2K. And Wink, they're gonna keep the cart moving.
They used 3. WAY2THANUS used 1, but like they only have like an Orisa ult left. It doesn't really do much. Into Alari, Kasuna's gonna be a bit
Oh
sketchy.
my god!
Oh my god!
Kirito's going to get pre-fighted by Migman. What a kill found by the Reaper player.
And Performance dead again?
Yeah, performance is gone. Naruto though is going to get traded here, but 4 minutes for Wing to work with here on the 3rd point.
It is looking scary, but we have seen Team School hold here, right? So I'm very curious to see what happens next. Naruto also going over to the cast. Maybe trying to give Kirito an even harder time, I would say.
Oh yeah, I mean, this Fair Ice has just eaten
There is-
punishment so far this series, but ults are available for WAY2THANUS to use here. Kirish is going to get mirrored
Zuzu
by
in.
both teams. Chain using the Orisa ult is going to find a lot of damage, but no kills.
Zuzu is good,
Orisa is
though.
going to fall
And
early.
will
Migman
die.
continue to clean up here
Migman,
on
oh
the
my-
Reaper. Consequence trying to get out and stay alive, but Wink, they're just walking through WAY2THANUS right now. Cameron is going
Oh
to
my
fall. And Wink.
As ironic as it sounds, Migman has some very nasty aim on the Reaper. As ironic as it sounds.
Yeah, and Wink, they're knocking at the door here. I mean, Kirito on the Symmetra. Saint using the Alari ult here, but Cameron has his to use. The Reaper ult on the point for Migman, going to find
But it's so
nothing!
big!
As Cameron's Alari ult is just massive here. I mean, it basically leads to a lot of these kills. I mean, everyone is just soloed from Wink. Performance is going to end up cleaning this one up, but WAY2THANUS, they're trying to hold here.
Yeah, but now I'm curious. Are they going to stay on this comp that they have? Is it going to be a Symmetra Mauga Ashe? I mean, I don't hate it. I low-key do not hate
Look,
it.
you have to think about, like, with the hit scan picks, Performance, he's an Unk, so he has to play the legacy hit scans, you know what I mean? So if you think of Ashe, you gotta sub it in for, like, Sojourn or whatever, and, like, call it a day, you know what I mean?
Look,
He just, like,
Unks have hands. Let's not underestimate it out here, okay?
22
You are
years
kind of far
old
from
as
Unks.
fuck, bro. Unk as hell.
Good lord. But yeah, we're gonna walk into this next fight here. We're gonna have a bot from the side of WAY2THANUS walking into a cage and noon. I think the bot can get a decent amount of value, maybe to hold cart.
Might have to use it early, though. They really need to make it so it's hard to follow up on the
There we
cage,
go.
and I actually like where it is. Eevee
Good
is using the
TP.
cage here, but it's
Good
gonna be hard
TP
to
is good.
follow up here. Performance's Bob is
It won't
shredded
get
through, but
anything.
Naruto using the high noon. The chain will fall
Oh, but
here.
chain dies.
Performance, though, does find a trade. And Kirito quickly working
Cameron's
up
on
to
the left
a
side
Sim
getting
ult here as
so
well.
good.
You can see.
But look
trying
at
to
the
go
angle.
in the
Performance
back line.
dead.
Eevee is
But
really
Eevee could
low.
die.
On the
No,
point,
Cameron is low instead.
Cameron is going to fall, and Sim wall
Sim
out,
wants a
but
delay
no one
here,
touches.
but they can't get a touch.
In Wink, they're going to complete the map with 1 minute 44 in the bank. And since the first map, they just haven't looked back. They've looked so good on maps 2 through 4, and they're trying to secure their master spot here on map 4. WAY2THANUS, they have their work cut out for them on the attack. I'm curious to see what they decide to play.
You know, for what it's worth, I think it comes back down to that last fight that we saw. I mean, not last fight, but that last section. It was a 4-minute, it was a 4-minute time. It got down to 2 minutes. I think if they were able to get touched, they could have unironically won it. Everyone was pretty low as well. Just some pieces not adding up to the right, but we can't keep thinking about hypothetically, think about what's in the moment. So, first goal if you're WAY2THANUS is to get yourself a really good attacking time bank, which we see is possible. But what comp do you do that on?
Yeah, I'm curious. I wonder if Performance actually does go back over
I
to the
would
Widowmaker
also
here.
like to say that the first one was kind of pretty iffy for WAY2THANUS with their comps, so it seemed like Wink had just a really good read on what they needed to do for that first point. So something that we've seen as like a really long hold was not that prevalent for them. So if things went differently, who knows? But yeah, Performance probably might be sticking over to the Ashe. Chain on that also onto the Malga for the mirror, but never mind. Eevee is now on the Orisa.
Here, they're going to stick it out
You
on the
can see a
Pharah as
fire
well.
in there.
Migman is actually going over to the Pharah here. I actually really like the Reaper look more. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I don't think you switch anything up here. Migman was farming on Reaper, so curious to see if this one pays off or not. I mean, they're the masters. They're cooking right now, so I can't doubt them too much. See what WAY2THANUS is able to do here.
A sneaky little spam angle there, you know. So it'll be mirrored Fardas and mirrored backlines of Kiri Alar.
Oh my god, Chain's moved up the map!
What?
No way! Migman, what a kill, and nothing can go right here for WAY2THANUS. Performance falls, Naruto's gonna clean up Kirito, and once Chain dies, I mean, no one can stabilize Wink, they're trying to walk this down. They're trying to find value.
Out of all ways for someone to die first, I did not expect that one, but that is what the sneaky Mickman angle entails.
And consequence, starting to walk back up here. Chain
They're
makes it over
building
the
this
bridge this time.
ult,
Crucially, Mickman going to get forced out
Oh.
on the angle. This Chain going to be able to start walking on main. They're going to force this cart pretty hard here, trying to force the EV cooldowns out, I think, and then look to go.
Yeah. But also have to care about chain spam, you
And
know what I mean? There's a lot
performance
of
is
like
gone to
components.
EV.
Wow.
And it looks like WAY2THANUS. I mean, they're just going to have to turn tail and run once again. Kirito does fall. And I mean, they're trying to stabilize here, but I don't know if Wink are going to let him. I mean, he's Chain just looking for a stomp here. Some way to trade, and performance is back, but Narukato finding the railgun shot. Pretty lethal. Cameron does find a nice trade, but
Cameron
the
gets
backline
one.
is going to fall for WAY2THANUS. And they're once again going to have to play for another team fight as Chain goes over to the Orisa.
They will have consequences Kyriel's doing though, which is I think a pretty good advantage. You have to consider Narukado's OC as well as Mickman Barrage. But I think they can still kind of go a bit earlier with that. It will be a bit scary, but I do trust Chain on the other side. Oh my god, look at that lane. They're trying to contest it, forcing Narukado out a bit. Continue down main here. Can they get anything? Saint is looking low, and it'll be a kite. I think let's fight for the next corner. At the very least, this is some good space taken. Mickman trying to run away. Saint X still low, and will live.
Yeah, performance just dealing out damage here. WAY2THANUS, they're around the corner, but it costs the Curie Rush. Nothing used.
Look at him
for
out. That's
Wink,
4
obviously.
ultimates. 4 ultimates for Wayne. You might.
Yeah, but they're
use this
really,
thing
really
out
low,
early.
honestly. I mean, they're going to use the rush here. Even going to start trying to walk off of it. Gold has been used.
But they're kiting it decently well. Look at the side of WAY2THANUS here. They're doing
Yeah.
quite okay.
With
They can
no
use
ults in the
push
bank
again.
here, I think they're actually
Performance
playing
has
this
a
pretty
bob, by
well.
the way. Cameron also has an Ilario, which we've seen almost be a clear fight win for
Yeah,
them. every single
Narukato
time.
using the Sojourn ult here. Cameron, you got to use
On
the
the
Ilario.
corner.
It doesn't find anything. It goes off the map. Narukato
Son!
gonna find the kill with the Sojourn.
With the
Clock
spear.
expires, and Bob is out from performance onto the point. Eevee has the gold forced, and Sarisa is going to have to get off
Lose as
point
well.
sometime soon. The Bob is gone, and Mickman has the barrage available.
I mean, it was looking so good, but then I think just the second he looks away, Narukato from the corner, and that kind of
But
steal.
Kirito's barrage is going to
change
solo
it.
ult Narukato. You got to respect it here. The Sojourn's doing way too
No, absolutely.
much.
The boot from Cameron there.
And Mickman's ult
It's
doesn't
a lane.
find anything.
And-
I mean, looking for chamber performance
and
going to
Mickman
clean
is
up the
dead.
Pharah. And Wink, they're down 2 players.
He
Or
did a bit
Eevee
too
looking
far
for
in.
trades, but I don't know how long the Sarisa is going to be able to touch the point. They're going to try and win this one. Saint using the Alari ult. Doesn't
Saint
look
is
like going to
so
be able to
low.
find anything from it, though.
But
Sorry.
Cameron,
Trying to stay alive, but WAY2THANUS, they haven't gotten over the line
Eevee
yet.
has been living
The
for
Village coming
so
up on another
long.
carry rush. I mean, Consequence probably has to throw his own into this one just to win it. And Eevee is finally going to fall. WAY2THANUS, they get it over the line, but at what cost? I mean, long team fight. It looks like they had the better of it for so long. Using the carry rush here, I mean, I don't know. Not what
I
you
think
want.
more than anything, like, it's not what you want, but I do not hate them using the carry rush, if you know what I mean. Like, it's just such a long hold, you might as well use it now, rip off the bandit, and maybe try to get yourself a good second point, which they're trying to do. I mean, look at how early they're posturing. I think that is a must-need from them. Granted, you will see Consequence having to play this bit of a weird angle. Cameron is 55% ult. Let's see if that gets built soon. Shane will have the Terror Surge, but let's see how that works. It really doesn't have to be soon. That's very concerning. Also, Narukato back on the Freya. That will be the swap that is happening.
Yeah, Narukato on the spray. I mean, we liked it a lot in the last track.
Yeah,
Rush
we
is
did.
out.
Oh
Chance
my god, but the Terror Surge, and they're all died. They're
didn't find anything, but yeah, Wink are all gone somehow, some way with the Kirish available here. I mean, even just looking for trades, but WAY2THANUS, they're gonna win a fight out here.
And now they're gonna have
regardless.
the ult advantage. They're gonna have the ult advantage. If they can posture up early enough, they might be like a one fight maximum, maybe not even. This is looking really good. Narukato now off the Freya onto the cast. As much as we love the Freya, I guess we're gonna have to see if we love the cast a lot.
Yeah, Chain, I mean, poking pretty aggressively
Look at
here.
this spam. I mean, the spam is really good.
I mean, all the ults are in WAY2THANUS' favor. They don't
With
even
3
Wink
minutes.
decide not to touch as well. So they have a chance of matching this. I'm not gonna lie. This should be good for one team fight here, right? Like, surely a singular team
Sure.
fight is all we're asking for.
I mean, look at the spam that's coming up from the side of WAY2THANUS. They're really making Wink pay for every single inch of space here.
Yeah, the
Jin just
Bob
go
is
on
out
cart here.
from
Bob is
performance
out.
here. It's gonna get
It's good on the
blown
corner,
through,
but it's
though.
gonna be really low.
But Eevee is
Yeah.
forced off the corner, going to create space for the rest of WAY2THANUS. Start trying to accomplish something. As Kirito's barrage
And the
by
barrage is so
2.
good!
And that is, for those of you watching, as WAY2THANUS try and tie it up here. The second game. in
And
the
they
Pro League
might.
Relegation. We will hop in as soon as this one is over. So stay tuned for that one as well. But WAY2THANUS, they're at the precipice here. They're at the
Wait, which
door.
one?
They have
Which
to
one?
beat Team Missing versus Element Guard.
Okay, wait. But yeah, I mean, look at this spacing.
They
Like,
have,
they're stuffing
they have
them
support
so
ults
well.
too. Migman's going to fall, trying to touch the
And
point
Migman is
with the
dead!
barrage available. It beats out from Cameron as Evie
The
goes
beat
down,
is
and
good, he's
WAY2THANUS,
dead!
they're going to
Not
get it
Okada's
over the
low.
line here. They have more time than
I
Wink.
told you.
They have more time.
I told you. What they have to do is get themselves a bit of a better attack, which they did. They had the potential to. That first point, they looked like they had so many tools, but they just could not get it done for so long, and that really helped pain them, right? Sure, they invested material, but they decided to posture themselves up better for other fights, and I think a lot of their spam was just better overall. Their ult economy was good. I think that fight winning when they committed Kitsune, if you're looking at the other side of Wink, committing the Kitsune and losing there really set them up for such a good storm to get themselves to a 34-minute extra time limit. If you guys were giving up on this game, do not do so. This is FaceIt. This is cinema. Please tap in.
Fast track
We have a
calls
lot more
also
to do.
start in 3 minutes. 4 rounds of that in Swiss today. We will be covering rounds after the doubleheader. So I'm locked in for as long as I can be. I got a beer beside me that I haven't been drinking because I was working through tech problems. So now I
I
can
got work
finally
at 4 in the morning, so I might have to leave a bit early, but we'll be okay.
Likewise.
Yeah,
What are
you're
you
fine.
willing to lose?
Fast track is going to be more of a casual.
No,
cast,
but I love
think,
being
anyway.
here.
I've never
We're
lost.
in this together. All of us.
And Wink, I mean, now they have to make adjustments. Now kind of going back over to the Soj.
I aim to
On the Widow for the first fight here. I mean, you can't hate it, right, Jesse?
This is a nice Widow skin too. Wait, let me take a gander.
Oh yeah, it was the Noir one, like the Cyber Noir, I think.
Oh yeah, this is a nice Widow skin. We'll see what Nadokado can find.
Close there, close, but yeah, will not be much. Going back over, will be the Freya? There we go. Hey, there we go. This space is really good on
to
like
the
this
Freya.
attack on Rialto. You can take so much space and spam so many narrow angles that like.
Evie's also back
You're
over
both
to the
in their
Malga
space.
as well.
Almost like if it's a situation where like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But Migman will be staying on the far.
Yeah, and this Freya starting to cook on the
Ooh.
off angle.
Also, Cameron on the Lucio has also been pretty interesting to see. Like not like in a bad way at all. I've been actually pretty impressed.
This is exactly what happened in the first round, right? And Nadokado came over here and really started to cook, but WAY2THANUS seemed like they're somewhat prepared for
Chain
it
is
now.
in
They're
this
really
sticky
fighting
spot,
back
though.
here. Yeah, Chain taking so much damage, but Evie gonna get forced off the cart here as Saint gets moved off the
And a
map by
move!
Kirito. WAY2THANUS, they don't want to let this one go.
I mean, look at the time bank. It's already down to 40 seconds.
And Saint's going over to the Lucio way, like resetting the ult charge. I don't know. I mean, Nadokato's gonna have to build to this bullet quickly. But WAY2THANUS, they're building to everything pretty fast themselves.
We're gonna see mirror Kitsune ults here, like, and I think that's gonna matter a lot. Chain is looking a bit low, but we'll be okay. It seems like the
Really
side
taking
of the
so
Wings
much
is a bit
damage
lower.
too, but Chain needs to
Not
be careful here.
Okado's low.
Gold's
But
out,
we'll
they're
be
gonna
okay 'cause
push
you
back
can play
at the
in the corner.
Malga now. Evie's gonna get forced back off
And
the
Shout's
corner.
gone too.
They've been trying to pump out damage from this off angle, but isn't able to. Really,
Consequence has an earlier Kitsune. It's 10 seconds down. They can rip it really early here.
yeah, and I think they need to go as soon as Evie tries to start walking back into this.
Kirito's really low. Kirito
They're
is
gonna have
really
Fury
low.
Fury
But we'll be
rushes on the
okay.
point here. Chain starting to walk, and Migman's
And
gone.
Migman is instantly dead. But look at the air jail
WAY2THANUS,
coming
can
on
they
to
secure
Evie
this
there.
one?
It's a
Bob's
bomb!
out. Evie taking so much damage. Chain Spear finds the kill, and who can touch the point? It's gonna be Saint with this Orisa ult here. No one's going to be able to. And WAY2THANUS.
We are fighting tooth and nail here, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go anywhere. That is a phenomenal defense from WAY2THANUS. You could not ask for much more, but job not finished. Job is not done. It's in their favor, but we've seen worse. We have seen worse. We could see maybe like a May wall strat come out here. We've seen that be common.
Match.
Well, yeah, I'm curious to see what they do decide to do here.
I think they might put Mickman back on Reaper. Just try to hard brawl.
This
the corner.
cart,
You're
it's
doing
in
a lot of the poke
it's
stuff
in
with
like
cart.
not an awful spot, right? Like it's I think it's like so the big thing is you have to get around the corner, right? And so I mean,
Yeah.
Evie can easily hold this corner for 2 minutes 12 seconds. If WAY2THANUS don't, sorry, I'm like burping. Holy cow!
No, you're
if
good, you're
WAY2THANUS
good,
don't
yeah. But
hold
you also
the,
have to
take the map appropriately, right? You gotta force
I think
Evie
also-
off the corner.
They might try something.
But I think the biggest thing is that you see like that first part up until the corner. There's ways to get boop, there's ways to do all this stuff, but like usually teams conventionally at least will have a good time getting themselves to the place before the corner, you know, like that small lane. But I think a really big thing to consider is whether or not they're going to be able to defeat WAY2THANUS' time. I mean, they're ult bank. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Ult bank is what we've seen. We've seen a lot of teams play like a 5 ult fight, and like, what can you do to that? Like, if you can win that fight, I think you easily win the map, right? But it will be 2 minutes, so not the best, not the worst timetable. It is definitely looking at WAY2THANUS' favor, but this is Wink. This is a team of skill. This is a team of expertise. They will not go down easy, and we will be getting ourselves to map 5. This is a do or die for WAY2THANUS and Wink at such a degree.
Yeah, performance on the Ashe once again. This guy's been lethal so far.
Oh,
Saint
agreed.
going over to the Alari as well. Cameron gonna rock it out on the Lucio here, and obviously
Dodges
since
it.
the Lucio swab, I mean, WAY2THANUS have been pretty lights out.
Agreed heavily. Nothing on camera specifically. I think that was some of the most beautiful Alari ults I've seen. But you see, like the team, like there's a bit more like of this. Like it's a really weird way to explain, but like the marking is really good. But as I was talking about, there's not gonna be too much resistance to get to this corner here. Now
Out of
you are
cover,
down
just be
here. You
careful
cannot
here.
give them any space.
On the Sojourn. LOS is pretty
Getting
hard.
overloaded actually.
Has a railgun.
This is good,
Cameron, they're
though.
gonna take a lot
Migman
of
is
damage.
one. Migman is solo.
Yeah, Migman needs to be really careful here. Gonna be able to survive, but now it's
Has
not
the fully
Okada
back
going
up
really
to
low. They're gonna find the
low, and
kill.
Okada is dead.
Kirito finds the
has that
opener here.
angle.
For WAY2THANUS.
And the dynamite in the
Does get
corner.
traded though.
They have to
44
force
breaking
it
out on
on.
the point. Navilia really low, but
And
Evie
Evie's might be ISO'd.
trying to find a trade and dies. Chain
It
going to
will
find the
die.
kill here. No Orisa available for Wink. Navilia
Navilia
falls.
low.
Migman finds the trade,
Migman
but
gets one, and
WAY2THANUS
it's
to
just
get it anyway. And we're going to map
There
5 in
we
promo
go.
relegation,
That's
man.
all
What
the-
more
we're
could
only
you ask
here-
for?
Look,
What more
as
do
we
you
said,
people
it
want,
is
man?
cinema.
What more?
It's cinema. Look, cinema's out here. People don't want to watch it. You can't help them. They're lost cause. They are a lost cause. But to those that have been saved, lock in. We have a map 5 here. It will be a push. No cat bashing ban though. You have to consider that for the side of WAY2THANUS.
Yeah, Cat Bastion, I mean, is a big problem here, especially with Wink getting the map pick. They get to dictate the pace, and they're going to play Cat Bastion. I would be so surprised if they didn't. And with Runasapi in
ain't
the
broke,
pool,
don't
man,
fix it.
it could be pretty brutal. I'm not going to lie. That's a good Cat Bastion map, but to play the Cat Bastion, you may be unleashing the KMJ Jay Silly on Runasapi. We've seen it
Jay
before.
Silly Conda? Is it Jay
not-
Silly Conda? Son.
That's not our lobby invite. That's the other game.
Oh yeah, brother. Can you send me prod chat? I need to see some informaciones, please.
You want the link to the match room?
Yeah.
That is this one.
All right. It could be the Kiss My Drunk. I mean, no one else has been moving like
KMJ map
and
5,
WAY2THANUS.
bro. Sub him in. Get him in, bro. We need KMJ. The world craves KMJ, but yeah, Runasapi.
Yeah, and
is
as we
going to
talked
be-
about, it is a Runasapi.
Yep.
Do you think we see performance on the cast if it's going to be its Cat Bastion? That's obviously the most conventional.
Yeah,
answer
I
we've
think
seen.
Cass is the pick for WAY2THANUS here.
Also, no Diva ban either, by the way.
I mean, I don't think Chain's
I-
gonna
I
play
think-
Diva, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I was just thinking about it. If like there was something like they were playing for the series or not. It's probably just shit on Malga more than anything. That's what I aim to believe.
Potentially, but I mean, Runasapi, I think they're taking their time on this vote, this ban vote as well. I'm curious to see what they decide to take away. They have a lot of options available, to be honest. I think maybe Orisa could be gone for Chain this map potentially, but I don't know. Like you're at map 5, so you don't have a long list of great bans, but they're actually gonna get rid of the Ashe, which is a really nice ban here if you're gonna plan on playing the Cat Bastion.
Also, interestingly enough, it either forces what's it called, a performance onto the cast, or maybe in the Sojourn mirror. Which have you seen that much this series?
No, not really. Performance. I mean, he's kind of been playing like the normal hit scans, like
Right.
the legacy hit scans, as you will, the
Exactly.
non-DLC hit scans. So, I'm curious to see what he plays. I mean, it's got to be the cast, right? Like surely. I mean, he has a Soja
It just
on him,
makes
but
sense. I
Let's
mean,
see what
yes,
happens.
it is like you're saying. It does feel now when it comes to WAY2THANUS, they might be going up a bit of a tougher hill here. But you know, if you want to be in Masters, if you want to be at the highest division of FaceIt, excluding WCS, this is the type of stuff you're going to have to face, right? This is where legends are born. This is where the greatest are shown, right? So that's something to consider. I'm curious though. There we go. We'll have a second band going. We can't see it yet, but
oh,
I'm just
also
trying to think. Like,
those
what
of you who are
Hmm?
Pokemon fans, I tuned into the Pokemon regional broadcast today. It was the last round playing. Wolfglick is undefeated with Mega fucking Steelix, bro. I hate this.
That's
guy,
the go.
bro.
That's
I
the
hate
go.
this
That's
guy
the fucking
so
go.
much,
No.
bro.
That is the greatest who've ever done it. What are you talking about? That's Steelix. That's the goat.
I'm just so sick. I'm so sick, man. Like it's like clockwork. This guy, he's like so dominant. It's ridiculous to be honest with you.
He's the goat.
It's
It's
so
like this world, like he
ridiculous.
just goes into his evil Glick lab and just comes out and says, "Yo, I got some random shit. It's gonna work. Peep game," and then just dominates everyone.
Yeah, and both teams. I mean, I guess they're talking over who's coming in for this map. Give us the KMJ map 5er, baby. We crave it. The people crave it.
And some might say, well, it's not logical this, not logical that. We don't need logic, we need cinema. Please lock in.
Yeah, I'm not here for logic. I'm here for Thanos time. And honestly, like Pharah Echo, like what does that accomplish against Cat Bastion? I feel like it can't be much, especially on Runasapi, right? Like it's not like Numbani. It's not like
I mean, what's the junk gonna do? Like, you can play for the rest of the team. Like, you're not gonna really mess with the Cat Bastion yourself.
you like force cart pretty
But I
hard
guess-
on Junk, I think, because like all the rooms are just
Yeah.
occupied by Thanos on Junkrat.
That's the thing. I guess like so. Yeah, exactly. It's like I guess the fair echo. I think it just loses because you also have to contest the air a bit, like whether you like it or not with your character. So I guess that junk would be better at forcing the point, better spam into the rooms. I can see that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really do anything to Cat Bastion itself. It's not gonna
Yeah,
do
yeah.
shit to
You
that.
just
It's gonna
like
get
play
fucked.
for like non-Cat Bastion. You just play for Junkrat.
Which exactly like the far and echo can kind of do, but like you're a flying character, you kind of get fucked whether you like it or not. And if you want to spam, no better get to do it than Junkrat. We got our picks.
It's Wrecking Ball taken away by WAY2THANUS. And I mean, given you're playing against Eevee, I think it is a good ban, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Eevee is a
It also
premier
seems like
Wrecking
there
Ball
is
player.
no. I mean, probably, definitely without a doubt, one of the best. One of the best.
For sure. And Ash was taken away by Wink as well. Definitely a ban to help the Cat Bastion. Don't let WAY2THANUS.
What do you think we
play
see
something that
Mickman on?
counterpicks it. I don't really
Reaper?
know. I think Tracer probably.
We see Mickman on
Or
Reaper.
Reaper.
Too, actually.
Reaper's good
Depends.
too. Yeah, it's probably Reaper. Low key. That character's broken.
Truth.
Marcus arrived. The hero is OP, and KMJ is not in this map. They're gonna keep Kirito in. Curious to see what Kirito does decide to play here. I feel like the Flyers just kind of get destroyed.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie. We're just gonna be waiting here. It looks like both
I
teams
guess just
taking their time to get into the
Subject.
lobby, waiting for Eevee and waiting for Chain. Both tank players. Go figure, right?
maybe both of them are doing smoke breaks or something that we've seen in the cast before. But yeah. Actually, quick thing: didn't KMJ play in like World Cup qualifiers today?
KMJ, I don't know.
I mean, not KMJ. Chain. I mean, Chain.
Chain
Doesn't
did
play
on
for
Team Puerto Rico. Team Puerto Rico beat Team Brazil. What 3-1? Yep. Watch that.
Yeah, 3-1. Very good win there. I mean, hey, Chain has had a day full of Overwatch. Can they seal it out with success the same way they started their day?
The Lord
Time to find out.
knows.
The Lord knows, but we are curious.
And we'll be going into the map here, so we'll get to see what these teams do decide to play here on the 5th and final map of our series. Obviously, a draw and push is like basically impossible, so curious to see what is decided to play here for Eevee. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be Malga, Cat Bastion, Reaper, Kiriko.
Yeah, that's what it should be. That's what it should be. Unless they want to flip the script and bring us back to quote unquote honest Overwatch, as we have talked about on the cast. I mean, times and times again. Time to see. Give me Chain on Hazard or Doomfist. It's definitely gonna work into that. No, it won't. But I should.
Dude, I feel like Overwatch, OWCS observer right now, dude. Got to staring at
Looking
gotta
at the
staring
fucking
some
closes,
scenery
yeah.
on the map, dude. You know, holy cow.
And
Eevee's
it
actually
will be
a little
Mickman
recent.
on the cast.
So I mean, we almost called a lot of stuff. Mickman on the cat. I mean, I feel like he has to swap, like low key. I'd be kind of surprised.
Are they
Kirito is playing
gonna
Reaper.
mirror the Cat Bastion?
They are. It looks like they're going to attempt it.
Now let's see.
Surely Mickman swaps
Rurosapi is a
Reaper,
map
right?
of cinema. We have seen so many things happen on here.
No, he's actually playing
Can
the
we
cast.
see-
Wow. I feel like that's an interesting pick here.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mickman's going to just get blown up or what. I feel like Chain stomps. Performance goes in with an aggressive turn, and Chain is gone. Naruto, though, could obviously punish the
Who
routine
knows?
pretty hard, but
I can see the cast vision. I don't think it's a bad pick at all. It's actually probably like the second most likely I'd say, something like that. But yeah, you'll see Chain trying to put some early pressure onto that Cat Bastion there with the token prod a bit, mess with their setup a bit, and then we'll go back onto this main lane here. I think the Mount is pretty good if we do it.
oh, but goodbye,
But the stomp
Mickman.
is even
Holy cow!
better!
Stop from Chain. Going to end the cast
I mean,
here.
you predicted it. Credit where credit's due. I thought the cast was not a bad pick.
They didn't even
but
need
when
the
Chain
Bastion,
just
they
does
just
that to
needed
you.
Chain, dude. Holy cow. But those of you just tuning in, this is for the Master slot.
there we go,
Winner
Reaper.
gets the
There
Master
we go.
slot.
We new
Loser
ball.
plays in Expert next season. Mickman is going over to the Reaper. When do we go to the next game? I will go to the next game when this one is over. I will hop in whenever the map is out. So.
And then it'll be the turn here. Oh my god, catching Naruto a bit early there. Damage will be good, but will be enough to get a pick?
Doesn't
No,
look
and it will
like
be a stalemate on the turn. Also, yeah, Mickman on the Reaper as we talked about. And it's the exact comp we said. At the end of the day, somehow, someway, we do no ball. We are in a mirror.
And Chain is just going to blow up
Chain,
here on
oh
the
my
corner.
god.
So much damage.
It seemed like if you are the side of WAY2THANUS, you want to try to get a trade early here or just get out. That 47% though is great. It is great. I think it sucks that Chain died too early there, so you can't necessarily get yourself to the corner and get yourself to the midpoint instantly. But you'll still be able to fight for at least neutral or before the corner. You still have Muter's advantage regardless of accuracy.
And Consequence is an early
Consequence
carry
will
rush
have
to
a
work with
far,
here.
yeah.
Way faster
far better
carry
on
rush to
Kitsune.
work with here. So you're gonna be able to get into this one.
Are
with
they
the help.
aware of the advantage? They should be.
I mean, they can press tab its first fight, so.
Exactly, like. Nanokar will have a bit of an artillery advantage. I don't think that's your duo guy.
And Kirito's
But
in
keep an eye on
pretty aggressively. You're
Mickman.
just be
Mickman
careful.
has a ridiculous amount of blossom charge.
Looks like they're waiting for this card to kind of catch up here, but the Kirish is out. Maybe just trying to help protect Kirito. You're going to allow Chain to walk pretty aggressively
It will be a
here.
good fight, though.
Bastion's in the air, looking for damage, and really going back in.
Mickman is
Carry
one.
rush.
Will
Mickman,
live.
yes, 1 HP is forced out, but this Kirish is doing so much. You can see Eevee walking down the gut of the other
Chain
tank
also has a
player.
cage soon. We have to keep an eye on that. That might be what they use this next fight, definitely. Mickman with that early blossom will be ended up with a mirrored blossom here. Mirrored all ults, actually. It will be a very
Eevee continuing to poke here, but so much damage coming into the Malga.
Oh my
Suzu's
god.
good, but I think
But
she
the Suzu's good.
Oh my god, Crush from Chain finds the kill! No way! And now Nauticato drops to the card, able to trade performance with the Bastion ult out. Kirito's Reaver Blossom. Going to help clean up Mickman. Navilia falls.
there.
And WAY2THANUS, they're going to win the fight outright.
Just like the Jade weapons that Chain carries, these stomps are incredibly green. And we will get ourselves to the midpoint here, where they will try to extend the lead even better. I mean, winning that first set really mattered for me, because look at it now. They were able to fight for that second point and get themselves only to a 29-meter hold. I mean, that's going to really favor you, you know? Game is very far from over, though. We will see 3 ultimates on the side of WAY2THANUS, and 3 as well on the side of Wink. Let's see what they can do with them.
Those
Cage
cages
out
are
early
out
here from
here.
Chain. Mirrored cages. Suzu's good. Blossom good from Mickman, though. That might be able to win them this fight here. Chain does get the trade there, but it will be end of fight.
Yeah, Eevee just kind of cleans this one up with the damage done from Mickman's Blossom. And Wink, they're going to start walking back towards WAY2THANUS territory. WAY2THANUS, though, they have the forward spawns.
They have Kitsune as well.
Yeah, they have an early
They have
Kitsune
such
here.
a good lead on
I'm
Kitsune.
curious to see how they want to get into this one. The card is already back towards this first corner, so if they try and fight this too early, I mean, they could be in a weird spot. You can see Performance still getting dragged around the
But they
map.
flipped the map a bit there. Yeah, and they'll get full control. They're gonna have to play this next corner here. They will still have themselves a Kitsune advantage here as well.
Yeah, Performance just kind of hovering over the rooftops here. I mean, WAY2THANUS, they have the lead. They don't have to do anything here. They probably want to use their Kiri Rush aggressively, though.
Going
Now
for
they
a
have
turn.
it unmirrored. Consequence going
low.
to throw it into this team fight.
And it will be have to be
Performance
a full
actually
cut
dies
there.
in the air.
But
Bastion
Narukato
is
gets
in
it in the
from
air.
Narukato. Going to use the Bastion ult, looking for
Artillery.
damage on the ground, but doesn't able to find anything. And WAY2THANUS looks like
Oh
they're
my
just
god,
hiding
can they
out
catch
of this.
Narukato? The stun is really good.
Eevee's brought into the
It
team
is a
by
chain of
Cameron,
Eevee.
by the
Eevee's
way.
ISO'd here as well. But the Suzu is even better. They have to back up.
Yeah,
I don't
nothing's
think they
been
can win
found
this
here
fight.
at all for WAY2THANUS, despite the ult investment.
Oh my god, this but
Chain-
Kirito can live.
Makes his way out, but I mean, still, it's kind of a fight loss for WAY2THANUS to get in the cart corner. And they use so many
And they have a
ults.
Kitsune. And they have a Kitsune that's gonna be really hard to kite from if used effectively by
Wait,
Wink
Kirito-
here. I mean, it's gonna be this sketchy.
Son, he has the Reaper ult.
But
Performance
Narukato
finds the
gets
kill,
it.
and I mean,
It is
Kirito
so
finds
bad.
his one, I guess. Mickman falls, and somehow WAY2THANUS, I think they're going to win this team fight. I didn't think they had this one in the bag, I'm not going to lie. I mean, Eevee looking for trades here.
I mean, that early pick up to Narukato is what defines everything. That's my opinion on that. Like, just having that pick there, because, like, we've seen some of these fights, right? The early way it'll be decided if your Cat Bastion goes down. Because that goes down, essentially 2 of your team just instantly gone, right? It's almost like 3v5 straight away. Sometimes you can get a trade with your Cat, but... Yeah, I mean, getting that early because of Narukato is what really, really matters. But keep an eye on Wink. They're getting really, really close. I think if this next fight goes on, though, they won't have to wait for card pushing anymore. I think they'll just push. That's the thing getting to this space, though. It's a lot of scary things.
Yeah, and with
You
the,
also see
I mean,
weird
with the
cages
cage here, I
here.
mean, Eevee has no
But
whatever
it's a
called.
dodge!
But Chain does dodge the cage from Eevee. Performance, though, taking so much damage and
Performance
going
so
to
low.
die. The cage doesn't
But no
find
one gets in this
anything.
cage either!
Chain's cage just goes to waste here, and WAY2THANUS, man, tough times
From
here. They're
good to
trying to make his way
concerning.
out. Consequence getting use
Kitsune?
the rush here. And I mean, it's good. There's nothing really for Wink to use to respond to this. It's going to allow WAY2THANUS to start building up some meterage as well, but they very far away from still finding
But
a way to win a
Eevee's
team
low!
fight.
Eevee's so low! Chain can live, mirrored shouts through, might have to be a kite. Yeah, you can see that's not the best thing, but you haven't lost as much ground as I thought you would, honestly. Deny that. We have him again to play here. Performance will be using the turret form early here. Will not be able to get anything off of it. Kirito is low as well. looking a bit sketchy, but you keep holding the corner. Cat goal goes out, gets Narukado. No, it doesn't. It just
I
stuns
think it's
Narukado.
Eevee or something, right? No,
Yeah,
maybe
it does get
potentially- I
Eevee,
can't
but
really
it
tell what's
doesn't kill
happening.
anything.
What is happening right now?
No,
Narukado gonna
really
clean
has
this one
Kitsune.
up. Onto performance.
Eevee's so
Reroll
low,
doesn't
though.
find anything to
Eevee's
change.
dead.
Trades Eevee, and I think WAY2THANUS. I don't know if they have enough left in this team fight to win it outright. I mean, you can see Kirito just gonna get out, and lots of ults used there from Wink. They threw in the Reaper ult and the Bastion ult at the last second just to win the fight, and I think WAY2THANUS are gonna take that one. They get the close spawns to work with.
They have to fight this. Yeah, they have to fight like right now, though. You can't let them get to this point because if they do, it's kind of be easy pickings. If I'm honest. Yeah, you see, they're gonna fight for the corner where they're gonna have the Kitsune. They're gonna have weird cages, by the way. They also have to build cage incredibly quickly. But the Kitsune, in a sense, could be so hard to kite, as I've said before. Let's see if Kirito can get something really good with this boss, though. Or if we just see him really took the
Playing this kind
Narukado
of
again.
slow here. I mean,
They're playing a lot more patiently than I think they would. I'll be
I
honest.
think they can just kind of burst around this corner with the Gary Rush. I'm curious what they're waiting
They're just giving,
for.
yeah, they're just giving WAY2THANUS more, like, I think they're trying to poke and prod that cat Bastion turn more than anything. But it's like, if you keep giving them more time, WAY2THANUS is gonna build an ultimate, right? Like, look, Chain's already there. Like,
Yeah, look, Consequence is trying to build up to ults as well. I mean, I don't know how much this favors Wink right now.
And Narukado's low,
Cage is
Cage goes
out.
early there. But with the block up, the Cage is better!
Looking for kills, but
performance
performance is the
does
one
die.
who falls here. Kirito trying to
Everyone
stay
low.
alive, but going to fall. Consequence going to use his Kiri Rush,
Chain.
trying to equalize in this team fight, but Chain
But
just
it
taking
looks like
so
it's
much
gonna be a
damage.
big downfall.
Narakado's
But
going
there
to
we go,
fall, though.
Narukado's dead!
And will they
that's
turn
gonna
this
matter.
5v3? It looks like they're
They
able
will!
to. No DPS for Wink, and somehow, some way, WAY2THANUS are going to win this team fight.
I mean, the gumption on WAY2THANUS to say, you know what, we are gonna use the Kitsune all down that low fight, we're gonna find the trade. That's what entirely matters.
And
Right?
we are
So,
sub
whoever
2
sees-
minutes right now, and there's a, what, 13-meter difference between these two teams?
And you know what?
We're
And
down
I'm
to
gonna
the
say right now,
wire.
we are down to wire, and I think I'm gonna attribute part of that fight as well to giving WAY2THANUS the opportunity to build a Kitsune. Like, sure, they shouldn't have won it regardless, but like, so that's what matters.
Yeah,
Not
Narukado
looking
in
a
the
bit
air,
low, but
looking for
performance
damage.
looks low,
Performance
even
has
lower.
his Bastion force.
Artillery Chain is a bit low, getting
point.
rushed.
Chain just gonna Tim back
We'll
to
kite,
this
though.
corner. Kirito needs to be careful. And
Kirito
Nickman
looking low.
build up to a Reaper.
Rather
Narukado
than
still has the
Blossom.
Bastion ult. Chain coming up on a cage, but Eevee should have hers to match. Nickman gonna get scouted
Nickman in
out.
the corner trying to take
Eevee's
space. But the
front
stomp is really good.
does find
But Stomp
Chain.
is going as well. Suzu forced out here though. They will still have the Suzu on the side of
Yeah,
WAY2THANUS.
Nickman's Reaper
The
ult looks
Blossom
pretty
goes.
good here. Performance is gonna fall, but
Performance is really low. But the
WAY2THANUS are
Stomp-
looking for trades here. Chain just gonna let this one go. As Eevee does get traded, Cameron will die. And it looks like Wink
It's
are
gonna be
going to
a
win a
wave. It's
team
a
fight.
wave respawn though, to a degree. I mean, sure, you get your your Malga and Bastion to walk out early. Consequence probably TP soon enough. You play for corner, and this is gonna be a massive fight. I think.
Eevee's gone from this, by the way. I'm pretty sure she's still respawning. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can see getting taxied back.
You,
So.
you see the cat? Wait, can
see
they take advantage
WAY2THANUS,
of
they're
that?
gonna
They
get an
will.
early fight
Yeah,
here.
look, get them back to corner. But no, I guess Eevee gets back in time. But yeah, I mean, they can play patiently. It's gonna be down to the wire here.
There's a
I
lot
would
of
say this
ults
fight's
available
really
for this team
important.
fight, by the way. Eevee's going to start off with the cage. Chain
Cage.
going to match here. Both Kiri Rushes come out. Kiri just
Blossom, but
reroll.
Navilia caught in the corner.
Going to help find Navilia.
And
Eevee
the
falls.
Eevee!
In Wink, they need to die faster. They need to play for another team fight. Migman going to give this one away. And Narukado and Saint trying to make their way out, but Narukado might get caught here. I mean, they're trying to hunt this Bastion
they?
down. They don't have forward spawns as well. Migman over to the Tracer. This one could be over here. And the cat ult's out from Saint. I guess trying to touch the cart. Maybe start overtime and going to start it once, but the cat falls to
Who
Chain.
dies?
Overtime has been started. Performance has the Bastion ult.
And I mean, yeah, I mean, just in all of like, it's a 4v, it's a cat Bastion, it's the mobility, it's just a Bastion. And then Eevee has to run into the room.
Narukado's got Eevee using the shout on the cart, but this Malga is going to get chewed through. And
He's
WAY2THANUS, they're trying to secure the master
They-
slot. It's just Navilia left. Migman on
It's
the
just
point.
Migman left.
And it's the cap
Saint
from
is trying
Saint
to
as
delay.
Kirito cleans up 3. And WAY2THANUS,
WAY2THANUS does it, they did it!
they're going to be in Masters next season, baby.
There you go. From trials and tribulations, from winning, losing, struggling so many times throughout the season. We said this team had the talent. They could do it. And at the moment where it mattered the most, in a map that we thought they might be able to struggle a bit more than they did, they thugged it out and make it to Masters. Congratulations to WAY2THANUS.
You just got to give them the world, man. That's all you can say.
You really do.
As a
It's real
WAY2THANUS
tearjerker.
viewer who's been watching them all season long, this means something to me, baby. We got an expert team
To
promote.
us! To us!
I
You
can't
seen this,
speak
bro?
for
I've been
you.
here too.
I can't speak
You a
for
bit. Yeah, no, you can speak for me. I've been seeing this team. This is all love for them. Congratulations.
Also, I'm keeping tabs on the other match room right now. They have just started Cervasa. They're only on map